Really need a friend. When your problem is financial, you have a friend with money to lend. When your problem is financial, you have a friend with money to lend.
We are live.
Hello, this is George Romero. You're listening to East Coast Horror Group.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us again on this amazing, beautiful, wonderful Thursday for another episode of From Dusk Till Con Radio. Nice to see everybody out there. We're your hosts, the East Coast Horror Group. That's not only me, Drew. That is Mr. Michael Exler. How are you, Mike?
I'm good, Drew. We have a nice show planned today.
It's very nice. Would you call it nice?
Yeah,
Would you?
I would call it.
Not many things I've been associated with in my lifetime have been called nice.
Maybe
So-
nice is the wrong word.
Maybe more like bad.
We'll have to have our audience decide.
All right. Thank you, everyone, obviously, in YouTube land, for coming to watch this live. Thank you, everybody, on the website who clicked on our link, gave us some hits, and is watching it live from eastcoasthorrorgroup.com. You know, make sure you stay there and look at some of Mr. Adams' wonderful written reviews of some great indie horror films. Adds another great dimension to everything we have over there at eastcoasthorrorgroup.com. So if you're there, that's where you want to be watching this, because you can listen to us, you can glance up and watch it, you can read Adam's reviews, you just get a whole horror experience
You do.
in one place.
It's a mecca.
Speaking of Mecca, Days of the Dead is coming up.
That actually touched my heart, that segue. That was good.
Fireball.
Speaking of touching your heart, you know what I mean?
No.
So what's going on at Days of the Dead? I heard that Ray Wise, there's a little bit of a change in schedule. Is that true?
That is true. They got word that he had to extend his shooting schedule with this project that he's working on.
RoboCop 3?
No, there is a RoboCop 3, and it's awful. And he died in the first one, so I don't know if he would be involved.
What are you talking about? You just make him a robot. It's a fucking RoboCop movie.
No, they blew him up. Like, there was
Yeah, I'll
nothing
blow your
left.
ass up, too.
That's weird. Why?
Sorry, so what's going on with Ray here?
He
He blew up. He's blown up, so he's not coming anymore. He
Oh,
exploded.
God.
You apologize.
Oh, God.
There will not be a RoboCop 4 with Ray Wise. So he's supposed to be there all 3 days, but he can't make it Friday, so he's hopping a flight at like 2 in the morning, and he's going to be there by 2 o'clock Chicago time to see everybody. So we got to juggle a little bit with the panels. They haven't made an official announcement, but I'm thinking the Jason panel is going to move to the RoboCop panel spot on Friday, and then the RoboCop panel with Ray Weiss and Ronnie Cox is going to move to Sunday at noon. It's not official yet, but I'm about 98% sure that that's what's.
You could call that the Wise Cox panels.
Wise Cox, yes.
I can't wait to fuck your feet.
No, dude. I'm not.
I can't wait to fuck your feet.
Oh, dude, no. Here's the thing. I have no idea what the context of that is. I heard it the first time only like 5 minutes ago, so I'm still not adjusted to hearing myself say that over and over. And it's disorienting. It's obviously off-putting and kind of creepy. And I don't have any clue why I would have said that, because I think I've been on record saying that I think feet are gross. So I had to have been somehow lured into that comment, and that's where I'm going to stand my ground.
I
right
can't
there.
wait to fuck your feet.
It sounds so like a goddamn... It sounds like it's on key or on tempo or something, dude. It's weird. Fuck you, Tim.
I can't stop laughing. This is the best show ever created. Right here. That's why we are 3-time Rondo nominees.
God
damn it. So, it's gonna be funny every time. So what were we talking about, Ray Weiss? So those panels are most likely going to be changed. Well, they definitely will be changed. But anyway, check the Days of the Dead Facebook page. Check our Facebook page. We'll make announcements when everything has been all figured out. So that's one. Two, as we know, Bill Moseley is not going to be able to make it to Chicago.
I did not know that. Is he from Chicago?
He's from the area, yeah. So he's not going to be able to make it. He's filming a movie, and so that sucks. He was actually our Hall of Fame inductee for this show, along with Angus Scrimm. So
Angus Scrimm,
yeah,
the
awesome.
British poet.
God damn it, he's not British. Not British at all.
Didn't they give him a Lifetime Achievement Award or something too?
They did. But this is, I guess, more official.
Oh, is it?
Yes. So he will be inducted posthumously, of course, and then another gentleman that I hate to say replacing, because he would have gotten in the Hall of Fame eventually down the line, but another guy that's been a big part of Days of the Dead. He's actually on the Days of the Dead Wrestling Championship belt. Mr. Doug Bradley will be inducted into the 2017 Days of the Dead Hall of Fame. So
he's a good person. I like him.
He's nice. He's got that dry British wit. So,
like Angus.
Yep, for a guy born in Missouri.
You keep telling me that he's from Kansas City or something, but I read on Wikipedia that he grew up in South Wales.
Right. South Jersey, dude. It's different.
You'll never be able to tell me otherwise.
What, that he's American and not English?
Exactly. I never said English. I said British. Somewhere in Great Britain. It could be Ireland. Could be Scotland.
Poland.
Did you say Poland?
Yeah.
That's definitely not anywhere in the British Isles.
Well, it could be.
No. It's just a place that Germany stomps on whenever they get mad.
Oh. See, now you had to go there.
What?
I can't wait to fuck your feet.
No. No. Why do I say it so emphatically? It's the other part that bothers me about it. It's like I really can't wait. Like there's like there's some sort of building tension of I can't wait to get this out of me. I can't wait to be able to actually do this. And it's absolutely not something I'd be interested in. It's the thing that makes me so puzzled by it. I had to be yelling at you.
That's what people say.
I have to go back and listen to the shows and see why I would have said that, so I can, exonerate myself from being a foot fetishist. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not trying to kink shame anybody, but
What? We don't care that you like to fuck feet. Really.
I don't.
That's
That's
fine.
the thing. If it was true, I'd be fine with it.
I mean, let that freak flag fly, man. Just
Let it burn.
burn. Well, I don't know any songs with burn in it.
What are you talking about? That was Usher. Gotta let it burn.
Oh yeah.
I love dragons.
That's an oldie but a goodie.
So those are the changes for Days of the Dead.
Those are the changes for Days of the Dead Chicago, taking place November 17th to the 19th, 2017 at Chicago Schaumburg Marriott at 50 North Martingale Road in Schaumburg, Illinois. If you wanted to send a post there, the code is 60173. Is that Angus Scrim? Was Angus just here?
I think it was.
The ghost of Angus Scrim.
It's like a William Wallace Angus Scrim.
Hi, and if he were higher, he'd consume the English with fireballs from his eyes and bolts of lightning from his arse.
Dude, did you hear they're doing another Lethal Weapon movie?
With Mel Gibson?
Yeah, and Danny Glover. Like, not the TV show, which is popular. I don't know why, but I guess a lot of people like it. But anyway, they're doing. They're gonna do.
For this shit.
They were too old for this shit in 1989, man. Like, I don't understand. Have you seen Mel Gibson lately? He's old as fuck. And Danny Glover, we saw him at Mad Monster Party, and he looks like he's half a corpse.
Oh yeah, dude, I thought he was dead.
So, should be an interesting film. But I don't know. I just saw that, or saw an article about that today, so I thought I would mention it.
Interesting. Well, the thing about Mel Gibson is he's not looking like such a bad guy anymore, right? It's like, well, he hates Jews, but at least he didn't fuck a kid, right?
Dude, Mel Gibson's like, yeah, that's fucked up.
He's like, see, I didn't put up with this shit for how many years? I knew about this.
Was it John Russo just doing Mel Gibson there? That sounded like Russo doing Gibson.
Isn't Mel Gibson Australian?
Yes.
He is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
was.
it was unnerving having that weird Southern accent type thing going on.
Right, because we wouldn't want to give somebody an accent that they don't have.
That's right. I'm out.
Oh yeah, I never introduced Tim. There was Tim, everybody.
I can't wait to fuck your feet.
No.
It's my favorite thing ever.
I hate that I'm yelling it. It's the worst.
With so much energy and enthusiasm.
Oh, God. I can't wait. Jesus, dude, like, what? There's something about that just makes me uncomfortable.
Whores make money with their mouth, but it doesn't make it right.
Oh, that was Mike.
That was me. I don't remember what was in context to.
Abortion, I think you were talking about.
Oh, thanks for that.
Oh, so we got a couple of things. Whoa.
Rocco's pissed at everybody.
Whoa. So, and before we want to talk about a couple of TV series, obviously Stranger Things was released within the past few weeks, and I think that most big fans have gotten a chance to see it. So just beware if you are listening now and you have not finished.
Dude, your producer hasn't. I haven't gotten to watch any of it, and you're going to do this to me again? I have to half listen?
Have you even watched the first season?
I've seen the first season. Don't you remember when we were doing a review of that with somebody?
Oh, God, you're right.
Oh. Why don't we hold Stranger Things to the end? You got a couple news stories to burn through.
Yeah, no, I agree.
All right.
Thanks, Tim.
Well, that way I can like half listen and not miss everything.
I wouldn't want you to miss anything.
Right.
I also wouldn't want you to go without an East Coast Horror Group t-shirt that you can find at festcustomchurch.com.
There it is.
Boom. Got you.
Yeah, well, I was ready for news, and then... Fucker.
Let's talk about news, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Slow news day. Give me the news.
Well, the only segment that we actually have a sound effect for, and I was trying to sing a new one. Mike, would you like to bring up our first news story? Something that's, I think, pretty close to you in your life and your whole, situation right now. Mike, are you there? Hello?
Is that the whole Cannibal Killer Clowns on Dope thing?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
That's not what we were talking about.
Yeah, it was.
No, it's not.
What do you mean it wasn't?
All right. Here's what I'm thinking.
Oh, wait, dude. Did you delete it? You bastards.
Did I
Let me
delete
delete it.
So, you remember Cannibal Killer Clowns on Dope?
I do. I mean, it's hard to forget something that awful.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to get a copy out to Tim, to Tracy.
I'm out. I'm out.
And we have a special Dead On Movie Reviews with
I
everybody.
hate you. I hate
I want you. I think
I
you should
hate
send
you.
it. Send one to Adam and make him review it in the word way. Actually, write a column on Cannibal Killer Clowns.
That's an actual good idea. We'll make it a whole theme, and then if there's interest in this, I was thinking about tracking down the director of the film for an interview on FromDuskTillCon.com.
God, I hate
or
you.
radio.
That's a great idea, but I mean, hopefully he's a little bit self-aware about it.
Well, that's really what I want to know. Is maybe I'll just talk to him a little bit and do like a pre-interview type thing to see where his head is at. Like, was he trying to make something that was awful? You know what I mean? Or does he actually think that this is legit? So, this is something that I'm toying around with. Let us know. Hit us up on the Facebook page or wherever, and let us know if this is something you would be interested in. Because I think more people need to know about this.
Just so you know, I'm against it, but I'll do it if forced.
Mike or Tim, you haven't even seen it. You don't have.
I'm
have to watch it
against
again.
Some of the shit you guys actually
Watch this fucking thing
like
for a
is
second
horrible.
time.
Some of this stuff you like is horrible. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out.
I like watching people get chopped up and stuff. This isn't that. This is just absolute garbage. I mean, this is like a waste of film. A waste of everything.
If you're worried about another August Underground, Tim, fear not, because that is not this film.
I'm the one that sat through Things on purpose. I don't want to do this again. You guys,
this movie
I
makes
can't
August
even
Underground
tell you.
look
I
like
can't even tell you what a huge asshole
Citizen
you guys
Kane.
are. Oh, God,
What's Things?
I'm out.
What's Things?
He reviewed it on the.
Yeah, you never listen when it's my review. Just so you're no. Things is possibly the worst movie ever, but I have a feeling this thing's gonna give her a run. Oh God, I hate you. Hate just for that.
Hey boy.
There.
Take
Oh no.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I was going to mention this earlier while you were playing this awful thing, Tim. I've seen a lot of awful things and heard a lot of awful things, but that thing truly grosses me out. That song.
The Fireball song?
No, the Hey Boy.
Really?
Hey boy.
Ugh.
Take off those tight shorts.
Oh,
Get sexy.
I can't wait to fuck your feet.
oh no! Don't put those together.
Yeah, dude. Mashup time.
Don't cross the
Fireball.
streams, man. Never cross the streams. Never cross the streams.
So that's a little thing I got going on. So like I said, if there's interest, hit us up and make Tim watch it and Drew watch it again.
Oh man, I really don't want to watch it again, dude. It's so bad.
All right, we can squash it. We don't have to do it.
No, I'll do it. It sounds like fun, and I want everybody else to suffer too.
So I'll hit Adam up and see if he'll do a review.
I can't wait.
Actually,
I can't wait to fuck your feet.
did he try to do like a little every?
Little remix.
Yeah, dude.
I can't wait to fuck your feet. I can't wait to fuck your feet.
Stop, dude. No, I can't. It's too much. So yeah, I think that'll be good. We'll have a Cannibal Killer Clowns on Dope extravaganza, just like we usually do.
I think it'll be glorious.
I think it'll be a glory hole.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I have bad news for you.
So, Tim, once I don't understand. So, Weinstein horror franchises. What does this mean? I don't think we should give this guy any more time than he fucking deserves.
Well, they own the Amityville franchise,
Which is garbage
Films.
now.
Yes.
Okay.
So they have a new one out. What is it called? Amityville something? It's probably terrible.
Amityville straight to DVD.
Amityville,
Yeah, I get it.
Amityville: The Awakening.
Yeah, so it had a limited release, didn't it, Tim?
One screen, and it made $800.
Nice.
In Amityville, New York, probably.
I don't know where they opened it.
Maybe L.A.
Who knows? The people I feel sorry for are the people that made movies for him. And, you know, like, the star of this movie is a beautiful young woman. You know, everybody is wondering, okay, what'd she do? What'd she do to get the job? You know, every single thing he touched now is completely tainted.
Dude, I don't like
He
the
was doing
taint.
it in the taint.
Whoa, what was that? That wasn't me.
No,
I can't
that
wait to
wasn't
fuck
me
your
either.
feet.
It's a lot of taint talk. So, the question remains is, like, I guess what if something happens to him if he goes to prison? Like, will he lose dimension? Will it be
I'm sure he's
been fired.
Other shareholders that will take it over, right?
He's been fired, but he still owns it. He actually had a clause in his contract. This is what a sick fuck he is. He had a clause in his contract that if he was taken to court for sexual, I don't know if it was abuse, but it was at least sexual harassment. As long as he paid it off and there were no legal fees to the company, he couldn't be fired for that.
Oh.
Honest to God, he had that in his contract. It's insane. It's insane. And like, people say, well, the rest of the board of directors is fine. They all fucking knew. They all knew. Don't
burn it down?
Joe Pa knew.
Okay, I'm out.
Pol Pot?
Joe Pa.
Oh yeah, he did. So it looks like they'll just remain in the hands of Dimension and continue to be there to rot.
The next cog in the wheel picks it back up again. Just exactly what happens all the time. I mean, it's really like a dam is broken now, and this is all finally starting to come out. And now, just in the past week, we have Corey Haim and Charlie Sheen and Kevin Spacey and Louis C.K. And I'm sure the names will just keep coming and keep coming. And I mean, I hope people learn from this. And I I hope that this doesn't continue. So, I don't know. Unless we bring it up in jest, then it's completely fine.
Completely fine. That was deep.
Dark rooms make Drew attractive.
Did you hear that Richard Dreyfuss's son was one of them with Spacey? That's nuts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty great.
No. Don't make me joke about it, because I want to.
You can't stay down with two dicks in them. Not with two, we can't. Sorry.
We're gonna need a bigger dick. Oh, no.
It's terrible.
I mean, that one was so obvious. How could I not?
It's true. Called into question everything if you didn't.
I agree. Let's talk about now. First of all, let's talk about how we don't talk about The Walking Dead, even though that's back on. Are you still watching it?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Oh, for real?
Hate it.
Should I watch it?
No, don't. I mean, if you're cool with just letting it drop and not finish
I don't care.
Yeah, just keep with that because it's been shite.
I like that actor, though. I like the Negan actor. I forget what his name is, but he seems cool. Like, I don't know. I mean, nothing against those guys. Just the story's kind of flat, man.
No, I don't have any beef with any of the actors because I think they're doing the best they can with what they got.
Right.
And it ain't fucking much. Literally, the second episode was people shooting at each other, and I had no idea who was shooting at who, why they were shooting, but it was just gunfire the entire time.
It was just gunfire and over what, like dialogue, basically.
No, there wasn't much dialogue in it. I mean, there might have been like 10 minutes of dialogue in the entire episode. The rest was just people shooting each other.
Oh, really? I was envisioning like Carol and Glenn shooting. I know Glenn's dead. And then all of a sudden they like duck behind an embankment and have a conversation. And then it cuts away to like Rick and Norman Reedus like shooting, and then they jump behind the bus and have a conversation so they don't get shot at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was just straight gunfire. Lots of it.
How do you just know, dude? You don't just film an hour of people shooting.
Yeah, dude. The majority of it was just different gunfights because the Rick's crew of like the Hilltop and the fucking Kingdom and some other whoever the other fucking people are.
Alexandria.
Yeah, Alexandria. They're all hitting different spots in Negan's fucking shit. So there's a bunch of different fights going on all over the place. So it just bounces back and forth between people fighting. But the third episode, last week's episode, and I can't believe I'm fucking saying this, but morality is playing a huge role in the story going forward. And I fucking hate it. They also, for some reason, have made Maggie into like Queen Maggie. She's like running the Hilltop now. Like everybody's having her make decisions and shit. And I don't even know how that happened.
Why is it not Carol?
Because Carol's in the shit, dude. She's fucking slitting throats.
Yeah, she's hardcore, man.
So here's where my big beef comes with what just happened this last episode. You have like the Kingdom, Hilltop, and Alexandria.
Where are the zombies?
They're around, as usual. They're just around.
Why aren't the zombies have anything to do with it?
Because they're just ancillary anymore in this fucking show. They're more of an annoyance than anything.
But he wrote it!
That's true.
So
you have let's talk about the Kingdom with King Ezekiel. Like they're using like
he's the guy that rides a tiger around, right?
Yeah. I don't know if he ever rode it, but
that would be awesome.
It would be. So he got me all fucked up thinking about him riding the fucking tiger.
I know, right? It's in your mind now. You're
It
thinking of
is.
this dude with dreads like riding a huge tiger into battle.
So they're like doing sneak attacks on Negan's people. So they'll come across a group of Negan's people and they'll just shoot them all in the face. Same with Alexandria. They're just killing people. So then you come to fucking where Jesus from the hilltop, and then
Jesus, I think is how you pronounce that.
No, it's Jesus. It is Ninja Jesus, because it.
Wait, his first name is Ninja?
No, he is a ninja.
Oh, he was trained in the art of ninjutsu.
Yes, because he ended up having to fight Morgan in this episode.
Morgan Stanley?
No, Morgan, the crazy guy, the counting calories dude.
Wait, no, you're talking about the priest?
No.
You're talking about the guy with the staff, right?
Yes, correct.
He calories.
Yeah, when he got locked up by fucking Twisty the Clown. Remember? And you made
Oh
fun.
yeah. Oh, I forgot that was him. You just made fun of Twisty. But how was this guy still weighed 270 pounds and all he's eating is goat cheese and fucking radishes?
Yeah, dude. Doesn't make any sense while he's digging graves and shit. Body can't expend more calories than it's intaking. Doesn't work. But in any case, I digress. So Jesus, they come across a group of these saviors, and the saviors decide to.
Oh shit!
surrender.
I forgot about the saviors.
Yeah. So they decide to surrender. You haven't seen Negan since the first episode. So, where Rick had about 11 billion chances to shoot him right in the face. And of course, he chose not to do that. Rather just talk and threaten. But that was another annoying part. Just shoot him. Just fucking shoot him. You're literally right there. Shoot him. But he doesn't. So Jesus decides to take these saviors as prisoners. He refuses to just execute them. And Morgan is of the mindset that they all must die, like everybody else on Rick's team. But Jesus decides to, change the playbook. So they fight each other, actually.
Wait, I thought Morgan didn't kill anybody anymore.
No, dude, no, that's over.
Because him and Carol were like beefing about it.
Yeah, no, he'll kill you for looking at him.
I love that.
He kind of went back to old school Morgan. So they fought. Jesus whooped his ass. Like, that's what I'm saying. He's like Ninja Jesus.
Jesus beat up the fucking staff guy?
Yeah, dude, for sure.
That sucks.
So it gets to the end of the episode, and all these fucking
saviors killed Jesus, right?
Dude, he's stupid. He's stupid as fuck. He's like, yeah, we have to live with these people after, we win and there's peace and everything. And they're like, what are we going to do with them? And he's like, we can put them in a barn back there. And then they'll get out and shoot everybody in the face. Because they're fucking nuts.
Why don't they just use them as, like, fodder for fucking Negan's group?
Saviors is Negan.
Oh, I thought it was... Who's the people who, like, only have knives and shit and carve shit in their heads?
That was the Whisperers.
Oh, what are they doing?
Nothing. They're not in it anymore. Neither are the people in the trash heap.
I don't remember that.
It's not of importance. It's garbage. But so yeah, the Rick and Daryl were looking for these 50 cal automatic machine guns, and
they just lied. Those are just lying around somewhere.
Well, I guess Negan had them in a certain place, and the guy, Mr. Melty Face, that's...
Oh, yeah, Dwayne or something like that.
Yeah, he's been feeding them intel on where they got shit located.
Cool.
So, they come to find that there are no guns at this place, and they have been moved, and where they have been moved to from the scenes from next week is exactly where the Kingdom is going to attack. And it looks like a lot of the Kingdom just gets torn up by some 50 cal bullets. So I'm hoping that's pretty cool, because I'd like to see that. But I will say Daryl has been, this last episode, he's probably been the best part of the show. Hands down, because he's completely fucking of the mindset of Morgan, like everybody has to die, and he kills a lot of people, and 2 people in particular that he kills were really good. It's just cold-blooded.
Was one of them Jesus?
No, I hope it is at some point.
Why do you name a character Jesus? That just seems too on the nose for an author.
I don't know.
Right?
He's not even Hispanic, so you can't say Jesus. So
I don't think that. I mean, I think I could name my son Jesus and say that's how you say it. I don't think I have to be Hispanic to do it.
Please do that.
Okay.
Nice.
Jesus. Jesus Sadler, dude. Fuck yes.
Coming soon to a theater near you, Jesus Seidler, the infant savior.
I think that means it's poopy.
Anyway, so I said it's just a one-off. Let's talk about how we don't talk about The Walking Dead, but then we talked about The Walking Dead. So maybe I will get back into it. You made it seem not awful.
I don't know. It's they're like, I just kept reading articles that they're like, okay, we learned that from Fear the Walking Dead, like we need to pick up the pace and pick up the action and not so much drama. And yeah, they didn't do that at all. Not at all. So I don't know. Just continue to watch it and see what's up.
And then next week, the next Tuesday, I believe, is the season finale of American Horror Story Cult.
It is.
We have 1 episode left. Mike, have you watched the rest of the episodes?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
Okay.
Are you caught up?
I am.
Nice.
So what do you think about the show so far?
I mean, it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be from the start. And I think it's probably one of the best episodes since the first 2. Or seasons, I should say.
Yeah.
I've liked... I think the fact that... what's his name? Evan Peters.
Yeah.
Has been a focal point of it. I think that's helped out a lot. I think there's some plot holes. But I think there's plot holes in anything. But overall, I really liked it. The Sarah Paulson's transformation has been pretty wild.
Yeah, I remember, saying that she was just kind of a whiny bitch the first couple of episodes, but she's done a complete 180 from that and is just ruthless as fuck. And it was fun to watch that transformation. Tim, there's another one for you. Transformation. Transformation. From a character that I dislike to a character that's
is transformation what Bruce Jenner went through? Was a transformation?
Transfiguration.
Transmutation of lead into gold.
Actually, it's pronounced transmation.
Tim was
what even happened? Tim was not a teacher. Could you imagine?
I can't wait to fuck your
fucking
feet.
Kids.
At least he doesn't like the feet fucking.
Listen,
I can't wait to
as
fuck
well as
your
I do.
feet.
There's something to that.
Dude, I remember the episode clearly. You just came out and said that, and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Would never happen in a million years.
I was like, "Drew, did you just have a moment?"
Yeah, that was me, dude. I'm just gonna proclaim it for no reason at all.
Dude, you were so fucking
stand and declare.
enthusiastic.
Yeah.
So, but American Horror Story. I just like the.
Hold on,
the
guys.
twist.
I have the full clip. Hold on.
What's this? You brought rope, condoms, and Mike's hard lemonade. What were you gonna do? I was just gonna tell her this is a bad idea. I swear. How about this text message that says, "I can't wait to fuck your feet."
Oh no!
That was I know the
Mike's
show's funny, but Jesus, man. But Jesus, man. It sounded like I was describing an episode of To Catch a
You were.
the hit Dateline series To Catch a Predator. And I swear by
Oh, no,
the
dude.
moon and the
Oh, no,
stars
dude, that's
in
the
the
worst.
sky. And I swear. Enough, dude. You can't just play that shit and have me laugh. It's the whole episode. People are gonna hate it. Ugh.
So back to American Horror Story.
Yep.
I think one of my favorite scenes of American Horror Story, like the entire thing, was when the old lady was going to shoot Kai, and Sarah Paulson just blasts her in the back of the head.
Yeah.
She comes, she's like, "Who the hell is that?"
Right.
Like, she didn't even care who the fuck it was. Just straight up shot to the dome.
I thought it was fun because that was this big that you thought that was the big looming twist, right? That was what they had you centered around, that was like mysterious and going to be some kind of a big reveal, and they just end the storyline just like that, and you were like, well, what the fuck else do they got then? So I'm excited to see what the final brings. It was fun to watch that little cherub-faced bitch fucking choke to death in her old vomit.
Yeah, dude, cyanide. She got it done right. That was ruthless how she did it. I dug that scene.
I loved how Sarah Paulson just smiled about it.
Yep. So
And I mean, as the audience, I knew as soon as she sat down. Did you figure? And it was fun to kind of watch the process.
yeah, I had a good idea that was going to go down. I didn't realize she put it in the pasta though. Like, it was just like double fucking you're dead. And then the cherub girl got put on the floor because the bed's for family.
Yeah.
But I remember we were talking the last show, and we both kind of thought that Kai was losing it.
Oh, he's definitely lost it.
Oh, he's lost it, there's no doubt. But I don't think he's got those dudes like wrapped around his finger, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But so what do you think's going to happen? Do you think Sarah Paulson's going to take him out?
Eventually she will. I think that's part of her plan.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing that is, what should happen is exactly what had happened to everybody else that he's talked about last episode, like David Koresh, like Tom Jones. It's not Tom Jones. I'm sorry. Unusual drink Kool-Aid with anyone.
No.
Jim Jones and Heaven's Gate. The government comes and kills you. So that's what happens.
It's true.
They're like, oh, you're dangerous, you're dead. Goodbye.
David Koresh, dude.
Yeah. Some red state stuff. As soon as they think you have too many guns, it's over for you.
Janet Reno came in and was like, burn that motherfucker to the ground. She looked like a librarian too, dude, but she was fucking gangster.
Yeah, she was. She was like that teacher who was really fucking tough all the time that you hated, but it was fair.
Exactly, yeah. Like, you couldn't really bitch too much about it because she was doing right. I don't know. She's just so unassuming.
Anyway.
But that girl's legacy is now gone. That crazy one that shot Andy Warhol.
Oh, yeah.
The Scum? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, I think that was called Scum. Lena Dunham's episode. Is that what you mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's that. And, I mean, Kai is completely, I mean, he's now not just power hungry and kind of, not drunk on power. He's absolutely insane. He's schizophrenic.
Yeah, dude, he's seeing his dead brother and shit.
Yeah. The special effects on his dead brother were pretty fucking cool too.
Yeah, they were decent. And I like the parents keep decaying as well.
Yeah.
In the bed. Oh, we forgot about him killing his sister. What did you think of that?
I thought it had to happen. It was a really fucked up way for it to happen. I think he sold it pretty well.
Yeah. She didn't sell shit because she has no emotions, ever.
She doesn't, man. But you know what? Because of her lineage, she'll play every cyborg that there is for the rest of eternity.
Hey, that's good on her, man. But that chick from Twilight has nothing to worry about. She's the most emotionless faced person on Earth. But she's dead now.
Yeah.
It's been a good season, though. So much better than the last few.
Yeah. I am pleasantly surprised. It started out kind of weak.
Yes. It did. It took a couple episodes to get going, but once it did, it's pretty good.
And it's I mean, the other horrifying thing about it is that it's so on the nose politically.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it's a couple of steps ahead, but you could see it happening. It's not so far out of reach. And that's really fucking scary. 10 years ago, we would have laughed at this, been like, that could never happen. So.
It sure can.
It is.
In your basement.
But, you know.
Dude, if you ever decide to do something like this, you're going to need a meeting space.
Do you want a cult, you mean?
Yeah, no, if you're going to run a cult.
Start a cult, okay.
Yeah, you're going to need a meeting space to put your candles, because cult equals fire, as we've learned before. So when you're in your space, I got this pole barn, dude, that I can get you at cost.
Oh, man. Well, how did I not see that coming either, dude?
At cost, dude. I can have it delivered.
Stupid fucking pole barn. It's just silly and dumb. I keep thinking you're knocking like something on your desk, but it's Tim just randomly pressing sound effects in the background, like bottles breaking. I'm like, damn, dude, are you kicking your desk?
He's mad.
What an asshole. All right, so Tim didn't want us to spoil Stranger Things, so we'll try to not spoil Stranger. We're God damn it, Drew. You only know one language. Get it out.
We're gonna boil them Stranger Things.
We will try not to spoil Stranger Things for you, Tim. Like, just give it a grade just to start out with you giving it a grade.
I'm gonna give it an A.
Okay.
How about you?
What do you think some of the highlights were?
I was really worried about like just a rehash of the same shit, and there were elements that were very similar to the original, but I think this one had a little darker tone. There were twists. I don't want to reveal anything that I didn't really see coming, and I appreciated that. I think the addition of Paul Reiser as the new doctor guy was a good cast. Sean Astin was a good cast. I think this one also showcased some of the other kids' talents, like the kid that plays Will. I thought he was really good in this. It spotlighted, his acting ability from, it was emotional for him. He was fucked up the entire time, and like, I just thought he played it really well.
That poor kid is going to have the biggest therapy bill when he turns like 14.
Oh, dude, I don't know how the kid functions, man. Don't know how he functions.
You sit in the Upside Down for like 8 months, and then you get possessed by some kind of crazy monster.
Ugh. Fuck, dude. Just that mom is never gonna let him out of her sight ever. Like, he's gonna pee with her next to him. The girl Max. I thought that was a good addition.
Yeah.
I thought she was good. There were some scenes with Eleven that I thought didn't need to be in there. Like a whole fucking episode that really didn't need to be in there.
You mean with her sister?
Yeah.
Here's what I thought of it, because I thought the same thing that she did up like that. I'm like, you kind of just did that to dress her up, right? But there had to be, and there always is with superheroes, and that's kind of what this is turning into, I think, is a superhero show. Where you go and strengthen your powers, right?
Yeah.
You learn from somebody to become
Right.
stronger.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what happened here. They only lasted, 2 or 3 episodes. So it didn't last too long, but she couldn't do that at Hopper's. So that's where I think the story went there, and that's what they were trying to say. Even though it wasn't the best part of the series, of the season, rather.
No, I didn't dig it at all. I just thought it was, like, I can see what you're saying, but I just thought it was thrown together. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's you would think that finding the person that you grew up in a lab that specializes in psychically enhancing children would be more than a 3-episode throwaway.
Yeah.
And but who knows? Maybe she'll come back in a later season, and it'll be more epic than it was this time.
The first scene, though, was in the city of Pittsburgh. Did you?
I know. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
I remember those old cop cars, man. That was crazy to see that.
You used to ride in the back of those old cop cars?
Dude, I was like 3, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude, I was gangster.
Popping caps.
Word go.
Yeah.
It's like these
as soon as
bitches
you
got my money.
Sure, Oh man. Anyway.
But I thought it had a little darker tone to it.
Yeah.
Which I like because, again, I didn't want a carbon copy, and the kids are getting older. I read that season 3 is going to have a little bit of a time jump. So it's curious to see how that's going to work. But I just thought this was a good continuation of the story. The acting was, I thought, fucking great. I thought it was great again. And I thought using, different directors for different episodes really lent to, like, almost their strengths for the story that they were trying to tell in that episode. I think they did really well with matching directors up with that. So I dug the whole season, man. I think it was 1 night or 2 nights. Yeah, 2 nights, and we finished it.
Yeah, it took us 2 days too. You're making me, as you talk about it, make me like it a little bit more. Because just comparing it to the first season, I felt like the first season was such a complete story, and I almost hoped that they would do something completely different if they were going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I thought the first season was pretty damn close to perfect, and I didn't want to see them have to jump the shark with this show eventually. But, and I don't know if the Duffer Brothers figured that there'd be a second season or not. And I kind of felt that was part of the reason why the meetup between Eleven and her sister wasn't as great as we thought it should be, because they had to think faster. I mean, they probably had years and years and years to polish that first season to be exactly what they wanted it to be.
Right.
And then it blows up so quickly, and you got to do it. And I think they did it as good as they probably could. But I mean, the whole Bob character, I feel like that was just, and I hope Tim's not listening, I feel like that was just so you didn't have to kill a main cast member.
Yeah, dude, I didn't really understand why he was in the movie, to be honest with you. Like I said, I thought he could have been like someone the agency or whatever the hell Paul Reiser worked for. I thought it could have been something, like he was hired by them to go in and infiltrate and all that.
Right.
But then it became obvious that it wasn't that. So I didn't really see what the point of it was. I mean, he was kind of awkward.
Yeah, the poor dude was just trying to get with Winona Ryder, who didn't
Yeah.
give a fuck about him, who wanted to be with Hopper, and he fucking died for it.
Yeah, dude. Yep.
Like Demodogs? Is that the stage before a Demogorgon?
Yeah, dude.
Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
Huh, all right.
Yeah, because remember it was just that little thing and it like molts.
Yeah.
And then it'll eventually, they just didn't have enough time before they did the thing and then it ended.
Huh.
So yeah, that was just, they didn't have enough time to cook to become the Demogorgon.
Interesting. But I mean, I thought they were cool, and I thought that the CGI was good for them.
Yeah. No, I think it's better CGI than a lot of movies give you, to be honest. Yeah. I guess I really like this Hopper dude.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Because he doesn't want to do this, with 11, but he has to, and he's, the struggle of that you could just tell. It's just like, I was telling Geneva, because she's like, he's so mean to her and all this stuff, and I was like, I don't know how this dude sleeps at night. Like, that's a lot of responsibility to deal with all of that. And I thought he played it perfectly. I thought he fucking nailed it. And so I just really liked it for what it was. Yeah, Stranger Things, the original, was near perfect. And you're probably right. They didn't think that was going to be, that it was going to be huge. So they probably did have to rush to write a script. But I think it was a good progression. They're probably going to do they're doing a third season. So they'll probably do a fourth, so they're just going to string ideas along, because we saw at the end that thing exactly wasn't gone.
Oh, no, not at all. That was just, it was really a show. It was really a possession, if more than anything. Like last season was, get the crazy, see what happened to this girl who has mind powers. And this one was Will is possessed.
Yeah. And to be honest, like the fact that we have no idea what that shadow monster is. Like, yeah, we know it's a shadow monster, but what the fuck is a shadow monster? Is this
well, they said it was the Mind Flayer. They named it after a D&D character,
right.
Like the last episode.
So does that mean that there are a bunch of these monsters in the Upside Down?
I don't know. I mean, they spoke of it as if it were like the kind of like the apocalypse of that universe.
Oh, okay.
Like the first, the god of that universe.
Gotcha. Well, then that makes sense.
Yeah. And the whole. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I thought 11 was really good again.
Yep, she is. She's a great actress. I'm excited to see her grow up and do other great things. And I mean, we got to talk to these kids too, and they were really fucking cool. So it's glad to see them be able to work together again and grow, their skills as an actor. I thought that Lucas did a great job this season too. Really, all those guys did a great job.
Dude, I legitimately think that like when we're old and on our deathbed, like I bet one of them is going to be like the next Tom Cruise, like huge Hollywood name.
Yeah, looks like, I mean, they're pushing Finn Wolfhard pretty hard to be like a new teen heartthrob kind of a actor. So,
and Dustin's doing commercials.
Yeah.
For Verizon. Dude, every time he said every time he said he got new chompers and then would make that growling noise, it was hilarious.
Dude, the Wookiee noise, man. Oh, and Steve, dude, we forgot to say something about Steve. We have like 2 minutes left, but that was a great Switch character too. He was the Dark Horse, new great character. Anybody except for the kids in 11 and Hopper, I didn't really give a fuck about, like, especially last season, the sisters and Barb and all that kind of stuff. I didn't care. But they mixed Steve in with Dustin, and obviously Dustin's going to polish up anybody he's on the screen with, no matter what, and the character was great. So,
all right, he's putting the headphones back on, so
No show next week because we will be preparing to take our trip to Chicago.
Whores make money with their mouth, but it doesn't make it right.
And more words of wisdom there from Michael Exler, immortalized on the internet. So thanks everybody again.
I stand by that.
just wanted to thank everyone again for coming out and hanging out with us live. Thanks everybody in the chat room. Make sure you check us out again on the next episode of From Dust to Con Radio. All the cons, creeps, and culture that you can scream at.
Oh, God damn it.
What?
It's not our saying. We're going to get sued. We're going to get a cease and desist.
They're using my saying.
Nice.
What?
It was a mistake.
Oh, Drewy, Drew.
Drewy.
Don't sing.